Hello, it's Sagittarius in the house, and I'm here today reading today for all the zodiac signs. Hey, what's going on with Aries in the next 3 months? We're just going to get straight to it. They're going to be very short and brief, straight to the point. I'm just going to pull the cards out. I'm not going to clarify. I'm just going to just tell you what I get immediately. All right. So from now to the end of from now until December for the rest of the year for Aries, what's going on? I missed y'all too. How y'all doing? All right, here we go. I just came back up from the casino floor. Okay. Aries, let's see what's going on with you. The overall energy is a Tower. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Ooh. You got a fire sign or an earth sign or an air sign that is of significance. All right. The Tower, there's going to be like some of you, if you're single, I see you unexpectedly. Let's see. Some of you have a love coming in. You're the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So I'm seeing some of you slowly but surely develop emotion for someone. Like this person's going to be very crazy to be with you. Okay. Because they're coming towards you like the Nine of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So whoever you're dealing with, I feel like honestly, you're going to like, some of you are going to fall in love with someone and some of you are going to like develop like emotions for someone. All right. So it's an earth sign, fire sign, and I have water too. Earth and fire is prominent. Some of you air, but earth and fire is very prominent. Why is the Tower here for? And the Nine of Wands reverse. Okay, here's what I'm getting. Okay, I see you kind of taking your time in love. Things are going very slow in your love life, but I'm seeing you develop some type of emotion for somebody. And this person's going to be somewhat obsessed, Nine of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, about being with you or like you two being together, you two cooperating. And I asked I feel like honestly there's some love coming in for y'all. But what's so strange is you got the Tower and the Nine of Wands reversed as the mutual theme. The Tower doesn't look bad in this case. It looks good. Like I feel like you two are going to open up to one another, or there's going to be some unexpected emotions that express. It looks like good emotions. Nine of Wands reverse, somebody's guards coming down. Like both of your guards coming down. Like you two are going to open up to one another. And it says it's like you're being very cautious because you're the Knight of Pentacles, but it says basically whoever you're dealing with in the next 3 months is very adamant and very obsessive about partnering up with you. All right, is what it's telling me. Some of you, this was an in and out connection, and some of you, it may be an in and out connection, or it's very on and off. 1 minute it starts, stops, starts, stops. That could be the case. All right. Look back in the next 3 months if that made not a lick of sense to you. All right. But Aries, your reading was good. The Tower was not bad. What is that Tower there for? Let me just clarify that Tower. What was that Tower there? There may be some unexpected conflict between you and this person. There's going to be some communication, a lot of communication between you two. I feel like you're both like, there may be somebody that opens up to you, you open up to them. But I'm also getting like an energy of you two have, whoever this person you're dealing with, there may be some things that are said, some conflict between you two. It may be very on and off between you two, but it keeps picking back up. So it's like an on and off connection you may be dealing with in the next 3 months. All right. So like I said, if it makes no sense now, look back in 3 months. Taurus for the next 3 months, please. We're going with Taurus for the next 3 months. Well, thank you, Ania. Taurus for the next 3 months, please. Your weight loss is amazing, says Lorraine. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Well, Taurus, let's see that was a short shuffle. Okay, so there's somebody you're detaching yourself from. I see you being really, really about your business in the next 3 months. Some of you do a Leo or a water sign or a fellow earth sign. Some of you air, but I got Leo, earth, and water. All right. You're pretty much detaching yourself. I feel like you and this person are going cold or detaching on one another in the next 3 months, and they're holding back from you and being very non-communicative. Big fires. Look at the Strength card, Page of Wands reverse. So the person you're dealing with is kind of holding back. They're not communicating, and I think that you're both detaching from one another. And it says that you're going to put yourself as your main priority in the next 3 months. All right, because there's a lot of emotional unavailability. I don't think this is over entirely, though. I feel like you two will go cold or act detached and cold in the next 3 months toward one another, but it picks back up. But somebody has issues being vulnerable or opening up, or just get an energy of this being on and off, and it always will feel unsettled or kind of like it's on the rocks between you two. Because I feel like it says you're going to be more focused on you and detaching yourself from this individual. And you'll be like all about your money, your finances, your career. It's kind of like you're trying to like, it's almost like you're just backing down and not really wanting to work on this anymore. And this person is just being held back and non-communicative and somewhat immature in their energy. Not opening up, not being expressive, holding back. A lot of emotion. I think that you two are going cold on one another or will remain cold on one another. I don't see it being done. I don't think it's done. I feel like I feel like this connection will actually carry on, unfortunately, into the 2020s. But this connection is not done. It lingers on until next year. But it's almost as if it never gets to a point of where you two come to a compromise or where you two come to a point of where things are on the same level, you two on the same level. So be aware of that, but it lingers into 2020. All right. What about Gemini for the next 3 months, please? Gemini for the next 3 months, please. Work-wise, keep doing what you're doing work-wise. It'll lead you to abundance. Overall energy, mutual energy is the King of Swords. Gemini, Jesus. Okay, so there's somebody, right? I feel like there's somebody that you're putting time into in the next 3 months that you're not on the best of terms with. Like you two tend to act very cold and detached toward one another. This person doesn't want to let you go. In fact, although they act attached and unavailable to you, they have a hard time letting you loose. And you obviously as well have a hard time letting them loose in the next 3 months. You're very conflicted. You're not sure which way to go. You two will, I do see you two, I see you two just being cordial in the end. It's not the best relationship energy, honestly. Like I feel like this person will act detached and so will you. You'll both be very detached. Why is the King of Swords reversed? Therefore, you two are really being cold or kind of like somewhat not putting any energy into this. So you're both going to detach and stop putting time into this. But at the same time, you're both very conflicted. You're kind of wondering if you should keep, but you don't trust them. Somebody's an Aries or a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, somebody a water sign. You don't trust them. And they feel drained from you emotionally, but they refuse to let you go, whether it's letting you go physically or just letting you go energetically. You two will clear the air, but there'll always be this air of you not being able to trust them fully or feeling like you at least can't trust them. They also may feel like they can't trust you. Like there's this element of like you two won't stay in conflict or stay in this energy of spite and conflict, but it's almost as if, yeah, you may clear the air, you may come out of this period of conflict between you both, but it's like somebody's just really secretive and very mysterious and not very expressive. Someone may be holding back from you or you're holding back from them. I get like a big secrecy energy, like somebody's just not trustworthy, whether it's you don't trust them, they don't trust you. It's like a lack of trust there. But I think this is something that you're still holding on to in the next 3 months. All right, so be aware, like I said, if it doesn't make sense to you right now, look back in the next 3 months. Cancer, please. Cancer in the next 3 months, please. Cancer in the next 3 months, please. Cancer in the next 3 months, please. Mutual energies. So you and this person that you've been isolated from, you're going to come back around to one another. This is somebody you pretty much have come to your senses about. You've pretty much seen the reality of the situation. You've seen that basically it just keeps your life stagnant. It kind of like dampers you down. It's not having you living your best life. All right, but you two may isolate or have been isolated or will isolate from one another, but it's a temporary isolation. Like you're both going to come back around to one another. So coming towards you, the Knight of Wands reversed and the Seven of Swords reversed. So this person was very in and out of your life or very in and out, period. Cross watchers, this is not your reading, all right? This situation will close out. I feel like this is a cycle that's coming to a close between you and this person. You've seen the reality, Cancer. You've seen what you needed to see. Like Maya Angelou once said, when somebody tells you who they are, you got to believe them, right? Uh, Eight of Swords reversed and an Ace of Cups reversed. Like you're just not getting your emotions met with this individual, and they're coming towards you like a playboy, playgirl type, and very deceptive. Like you may find out more things about this person. Like I said, cross watchers, this is not your reading. I'm reading from the signs perspective only in this reading tonight. This situation will possibly close out. Where could it lead to? The Three of Wands. There's going to be some communication. Some of you will eventually turn your back and just focus on you. Some of you are going to be focused on career, finances, school, whatever it is that you could be focused on. It says that eventually you got a new person coming in as well. It's more mature and better. Some of you are going to get a confession from somebody as well. Like somebody's going to confess how they felt all along, or confess something. I also feel like this person in the next 3 months is talking about, look, like I said, if it doesn't make sense now, look back in the next 3 months. It may make sense. May not make it now, but may make it in the future. I feel like you're going to get a confession. This person may be feeling guilty or feeling like they want to work things out with you, but they just don't want to settle down. They're just really in and out. But I see a confession being made. You two are isolating temporarily, but you two will come back around. But I think you've seen all you needed to see. And I think there's a more mature person coming into your life. Okay. All right, what about Leo, please, for the next 3 months? What about Leo for the next 3 months, please? Stick around for the collective. I'm going to do a collective, too, after I get done with the last sign. What about Leo, please, for the next 3 months? Leo for the next 3 months, please. Overall energy, the Knight of Cups reversed. So you're both kind of being very emotionally unavailable. This person you have a grudge toward in the next 3 months. Like they really left a bad taste in your Leo lion roar mouth. Not lion as in lying with your motherfucking teeth, but lion as in like, you know, the animal lion. So there's somebody that's kind of they've left a bad taste in your mouth or leaving a bad taste in your mouth. They're not going nowhere, Leo. They're not going nowhere. They ain't going, but see, it's on and off. What's going on? You're not done with them. Don't tell me that's not what I'm. Oh, Tyler, reading so repetitive, but bitch, stop living a repetitive ass life. And bitch, guess what? I don't have to sound like a broken record. I see your comments. You're so repetitive. You're so, bitch, how many love situations can play out? They either want you or they don't. You either have somebody new in your life or there's somebody from the past. Y'all, don't give me that whole, this is repetitive. Like I said, stop living a repetitive life. It ain't me being repetitive. It's your ass stuck on a repetitive ass cycle. All right? Your life is the broken record, not me. All right? Page of Cups. So there's somebody that you're still going to be communicating with, being emotional towards. Like you may reach out to them. There's going to be communication between you two. Even though you have this, even though you see them in a negative light, you're still emotionally either communicating with them in the next 3 months, or you're emotionally like talking to them, whatever it is. They're conflicted as well. They're not going nowhere. Eight of Cups reversed. If anything, they want to come back your way or stick with you. They're not going nowhere. But they're not, at the same time, they're not putting their all into this. And I don't really feel like you are either. Like you're both being very emotionally closed off or just kind of unavailable to one another. I do see this ultimately ending, whether you like it or not. But I also see you healing from it. It's not going to be, by 2020, you're done with this person. Like, you're healed, you're on the path to healing. Do not let this linger into next year. Do not carry former business from this year into the new year. Honestly. This has got to end. Like, it's going to end. But I still see you entertaining it in some level, whether you're actually communicating with the person or you're still crushing on them or still emotionally attached to them in some way. But you see them in a negative light. You don't see them in the most positive light. But I think on some level, they ain't going nowhere. I see them coming back your way or sticking with you. Water sign, big water sign energy, or air. I got earth here too. But by 2020, this is done. This is over. All right, is what it's telling me. I see you both not being with one another or sticking with one another, what you want to call it. All right. Don't carry that shit into 2020. Don't do it. All right, Virgo, please. Virgo for the next 3 months. Virgo for the next 3 months, please. I don't think I have Capricorn in my chart, actually. I don't think I do. Ooh, 10 of Cups. You two are going to be in a relationship. Well, you're getting your emotions met. You're going to be in a relationship with a water sign in the next 3 months. They're going to offer you a relationship. This person's very independent or acts independent. You don't trust them, though. Something could be so good between you two. You two are fucking up a wet dream. I don't care who's doing it, but you two are fucking up a wet dream. Honestly. You're both leaving each other with blue balls in the next 3 months. There could be something so good between you two. Something so fucking good. Either you're missing an opportunity or they are. So whoever this person is, like they're a businesswoman, businessman, or somebody who's very, very, very money focused. Like this person makes money in the next 3 months. Like whoever they are, look back in the next 3 months if it makes no sense. Virgo, be careful that you're not holding on to somebody from the past. I got a lot of messages for you. Be careful that you don't, that your head, you need to pull your head out of your big ass. Because you risk missing an opportunity for a relationship in the next 3 months if your head's so far stuck up your ass, worried about Tom, Dick, or Harry from 1923, when you should be stuck in the current. There's a really, really, really strong, stable businesswoman or businessman coming into your life that could be in a relation that you could be in a relationship with. But that shit from the past gotta go. All right. Some of you are holding on to a past connection or a past breakup. I mean, you're squeezing on to this past breakup or this past person so tight. You're squeezing it so tight. Even that past breakup can't breathe. You're squeezing it too tight. It's time to let that shit go. Because guess what? There's a relationship coming in, but it's saying you risk missing an opportunity. Just saying. Whether you have trust issues, and I think that this is not a past connection. I see a really great person coming into your life in the next 3 months. But please, I don't think it's somebody from the past. I feel like this is somebody new that can literally lead you to the most happiest relationship that you could possibly ever think of. I see you wanting to put time into it with this person. I feel like some of you are stuck on the yesteryear though. Why is that? You're sitting here focused on a missed opportunity. You feel like, so you missed an opportunity with somebody. You feel like your wish was with that person, but it's not. It's not. Whoever's coming toward you is very independent, very a successful businesswoman, successful businessman, or somebody who's very, 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 very good for you or would be good. Somebody's a fellow earth sign or a water sign. Don't miss that opportunity because you got your head stuck up your ass, please. I'm telling you, great energy. Your wish will come true. It depends on whether you let it in or not. You are the controller of your destiny. All right? Just saying. Leave it for the next 3 months, please. Don't do that shoulda, coulda, woulda shit, Virgo. I don't think it's somebody you're dealing with currently or from the past that's going to offer you a relationship. I feel like it's somebody totally fucking brand new. I think that you're focused on a missed opportunity with somebody you dealt with, or you're going to end up missing out on the one that's really good for you. I'm sorry. Libra, please, for the next 3 months. Mutual energies of judgment reversed. You're both not giving this a second chance. I see you pretty much detaching or really ignoring somebody. A player, you're going to ignore a player, and a new person is going to come in. You will have issues moving on from this connection, Libra, in the next 3 months. I do see you trying to ignore them or being indecisive about them or just kind of keeping them on hold because you're not sure what to do with the hell to do with this person. Honestly, They're losing faith too. I think that some of you were dealing with a player or a Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. You're both not wanting to repeat this again. There's a new person coming in for you. Looks like in 2020, you got a relationship coming in that's better. A lot of new stuff's going to come in. There's still somebody you're refusing to move on from that you have emotion for. So it's a water sign. Like I see you trying to ignore the situation more than anything, or some of you are really being indecisive about them. I don't see any growth and expansion between you two. I kind of see you two not wanting to repeat this again. So I don't even see you two really giving this a full second chance. It's almost as if it's phasing out. Something in 2020, something new comes in. An earth sign, somebody that's an air sign. I feel like either you got played or you were playing an individual, but it could go either way. I see you being more emotionally stable. So whatever was throwing you off emotionally, it still says that you're basically kind of still clinging to this past thing, but at the same time trying to ignore it. I think that you got played by someone, or they were acting very player-like. That's why you two were not growing or expanding. And I think you're both at a point, because it says the mutual energy is a judgment card. Like you're both not wanting to give this a second chance. You both still think about it, but you're both getting kind of bored, if anything, and not wanting to repeat it over and over again. I think you're both going to come to your senses that you both don't need to repeat this again. And as a result, you're letting new things in. The new thing, look, it's in 2020, you have Ace of Pentacles going into 2020. Keep in mind the outcome card represents going into 2020. That's why I keep saying next year. Aces are new, so therefore something new and better is coming in, and it was upright. So what about Scorpio for the rest of the year, please? Scorpio for the rest of the year, please. All right. I got the word friend zoned in my head. It just popped up in my head. So don't be friend zoned, whatever that means. All right. So you're both right now holding back. You're not taking any act. You're losing your enthusiasm about them, and they're in their head anyhow. So Scorpio, don't tell me this is going to linger for you. You're still going to be waiting and putting time into this in 2020. It lingers till next year. Keep in mind, next year is right around the corner. It's almost September, October, November, December, January being the next year. So keep in mind, it's not too far away. You're both holding back. You're both not being vulnerable. You're both not opening up. Some of you may get friend zoned. I just want to put that out there. So don't fall in love with a friend. You may get friend zoned. Just putting that. That may not make sense to a lot of you. I'm just putting it out there because that's the first thing that popped up in my head. All right. Yeah, some of you have not healed entirely from a situation. You've lost your mojo for it, but at the same time, you residually hold on to it, but you don't have any faith that it's going anywhere. And you're right. You know intuitively this is not going anywhere. They're in their head. They're not opening up. Somebody's a Leo, fire sign. I got air too. Somebody's another Scorpio. They're not letting it go either, but that's reversed Eight of Swords, but they're not taking any actions to be with you. And I don't see you necessarily taking any actions to be with them. So you're both stuck in a non-vulnerable zone where you're both not opening up. You're both holding back. You're both keeping this stagnant. So I don't see any actions from either one of you. And guess what? It says you'll still be waiting to commit. It was so strange. The reason I'm laughing because it actually they still want a relationship with you though. For some of you, you will end up with this person and commit. Oh my God, look at this. Look at your outcome going into 2020. It says you're still waiting. What are you waiting for? The Nine of Pentacles reversed, Eight of Cups reversed. Some of you will end up with this air sign, this water sign, this earth sign, this any sign. Your outcome says a commitment is possible, receiving your ships. So for some of you, it is worth the wait. But I'm seeing this carry on into 2020. I'm just saying. So for some of you, there is a pot of gold at the end of this rainbow. Some of you a pot of shit. But nonetheless, it looks like it has an actually pretty decent outcome. That's why I started laughing, because the outcome is so good. But it's like it just keeps carrying on and lingering. Like, who has time to wait for that, you know? Okay. Sagittarius, please. Sagittarius, please, for the next 3 months. Sagittarius for the next 3 months. Ooh-wee. I see you falling in love in the next 3 months, Sagittarius. If love's not in your life, it will be in the next 3 months. Hide your kids, hide your wives, and hide your husbands, because that's what love is coming to. Love is coming to your life. Jesus. See, I don't know if y'all are like me, but when love comes in, I run. That's why I say hide. Look, if you don't want love in your life, you know what? Go ahead and dig the hole right now and get in, and don't come out until 2020. All right, dig a hole, dig a fort. Because guess what? Love will be in your life if it's not already in the next 3 months. All right. Woo. Look at you. You're going to be like really, oh God, it's going to be very, here we go. Your outcome going into 2020 is 2 of Cups upright. Look at your best outcome card. There's somebody you got a relationship coming up in 2020. Like I'm saying, some of you be connected or in a commitment or in a relationship in 2020 with a fire sign or a water sign, or somebody with water or fire in their chart. Here's your energy for the next 3 months. The Queen of Wands and the 10 of Cups. You are about to be in a relationship. You know what's so funny? I feel like if you don't have love in your life, you got relationship coming in 2020. Why do I feel like it's more new than old? It's either somebody you just met or will meet that would lead to a relationship. The past situation has to go, but I do think there's a past person that feels a lack of closure with you. And some of you possibly would end up back with this past person. But what I get for you is there's a love connection coming in the next 3 months. I feel like it's somebody you'll either meet already. Some of you may already know this person. Some of you will meet this person, and you two will end up in a relationship toward 2020. Some of you, it's a past connection. Like I see you being the happiest you've ever been, like the happiest you've ever been, and it's a soulmate on top of that. So I don't know I don't get really X energy. I mean, for some of you it could, but this connection coming in, it don't really matter what it is. It's going to be happy. All right, is what it's telling me. I see a relationship for you by 2020 or going into the beginning of 2020. All right. Just saying. Capricorn for the next 3 months, please. All right. Capricorn in the next 3 months, please. My face is looking thinner, says Kayana. Thank you, Kayana. Well, thank you, Donna. Appreciate that. Capricorn. You both made your mind up. You both had this connection where you both made your mind up that you both wanted one another, but you just can't seem to agree to disagree with one another, or you two are just on the same page, Capricorn. It's like you're throwing your hands up and detaching yourself from this individual. They're still holding some type of grudge or spite toward you, and they don't feel like it's going anywhere with you. I think you both kind of at one point are it's almost as if, I get this energy, you both kind of want one another, but y'all are in 2 different stages in your life, honestly. In your community, I do see you ultimately dropping one another or not dealing with one another going into the next year. In fact, I'm seeing you two either block one another communication-wise or just stop communicating entirely. And you both drop in the situation. I feel like you both are just not on the same page, honestly. Like you're in 2 different stages. This person does hold some type of grudge or spite or like looking back at you with a lot of like disappointment, 6 of Cups, and they don't have any faith that this is going to go anywhere with you. And I don't even think you have faith either. It's kind of like you're throwing your hands up anyhow. Some of you felt like you pretty much said all you needed to say to this person, or you felt like you were as vulnerable as you can be, but it just didn't go in your favor. So therefore, you can only do so much. You know, it takes 2 to tango, not 1. So I see you both kind of like not dealing with each other anymore. All right. And for some of you, you may say your last words to this person as well. You may get a chance in the next 3 months to say your last words. All right, and that's what I was getting. I don't see you two dealing with one another or sticking with one another. And actually, in 2020, you two probably won't even deal with one another anymore. All right, in the next 3 months, what about the next 3 months? What about Aquarius, please? How y'all doing? Stick around for the collective. I'm gonna do a collective for everybody and see what collective picks up on Aquarius for the next 3 months, please. Okay. Yeah, I think that you're both. Yeah, you're somebody you're tired of going in circles with, Aquarius. You've been going in circles. You two will move on. You got another love offer. You got another lover coming in. This one's not going to be the one you stick with or end up with, whatever the case may be. See, you pretty much, this is you, King of Swords, Knight of Pentacles reverse. You're tired of going in circles. You're really not even really expressing yourself to this person or being emotional anyhow. You got a lot of new people coming in. It says you're both I feel like you and this person will always have this energy surrounding you of the one that got away. So even though you're both detaching, kind of cutting each other out, you two, in a sense, will always have this lingering energy, even when you're with other people, that you're the ones that got away from one another. And I hate how depressing that sounds, but that's what I got intuitively. I feel intuitively I needed to say that. You know, I mostly stick with the cards, but I feel like you and this person will always have this lingering energy, even when you're with other folks, that they were the one that got away, or vice versa. Because I don't see you sticking with one another. I don't even see you being with one another, quite frankly. Because you got somebody new coming in. I don't see any like serious relationships for you in the beginning of 2020, but it's almost as if it has a chance for you to meet other people, or somebody else is going to come into your life. I don't see you two sticking with one another or being with one another. All right, you two will always be the one that got away, unfortunately. All right, that's what I got in my head. In fact, the reason I got that was because Katy Perry's The One That Got Away popped up in my head. That's why I said that. You know, I use songs for intuition. Sometimes songs tell me what I need to know about a situation. And so your song was that one. I don't see you sticking with one another. I feel like you'll both eventually move on or get out of this situation. But like I said, it'll always be this lingering sense, even when you're with other folks, that that's the one that got away. That's how you'll both always feel. It's a mutual energy. That's why I'm saying that. 4 Cups reverse, Queen of Swords. All right. Okay. I got soulmate energy. Pisces, please, for the next 3 months. Okay. The Sun reverse. I'm going to go to Leo. I feel like some of you are going to confess how you feel about a situation. This Queen of Swords keeps popping out for a lot of people. I apologize. I feel like some of you are going to really be cold and detached. You're on your path to happiness, but you're still letting the situation drag you down. Pisces, quite frankly, you're still letting the situation with a fire sign or air sign drag you down, or any other sign. I see you releasing this person because you feel like they're a burden. You also may say something to them or confess something. What it is, I don't know. You're going to get your power back. I think that you let something drag you down, this person drag you down. They're not committing to it anymore. Hierophant reverse. Really nothing you can do about it. Your best path to happiness is to drop what's not making you happy, right? I see a potential for like a sex-based connection, or if it's not that, then a connection that's on and off. But as far as past that, no. I'm also seeing your finances and career pick up toward 2020. Promotions, higher state of money, higher pay raise, whatever the case may be. But as far as this connection, like I see you releasing the burden, and the burden being them, and they're not committing to it entirely. I kind of see like a sex-based connection. If it's not that, it's something that's on and off or has been on and off, and it's no need for it. Because I feel like you're making your own blessings by sticking around with this. because the most likely outcome is a Four of Wands reverse. I don't see any relationship or stability with this individual. There's too much conflict or too much ego between you two, or too much not being able to work it out between you two. It says you need to be more focused on whatever you need to focus on your finances, your career, your business, whatever it is that you do. That needs to be a main priority. All right. Love needs to go to the wayside. I know you don't want to hear that. You being a water sign, the signs of love or signs of emotions. But thanks, Joy Love, for the 10. Appreciate that so much. Thank you. Let's do collective. This is for everybody in the room and everybody that watches it afterwards. If I missed any super chats, I apologize. Like, I've been so focused on the reading. Let me see. Let me go up and see if okay. All right. So I'm good. I think all I need to think. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. Here we go. What do I do in my free time? I sleep. I sleep. I have no friends. I don't have a lover. So I sleep. Thanks, Astro, for the 279. Appreciate that so much. The 9 of Swords reversed is the mutual energy Tower card. Whatever ends, it won't bother you. Whatever ends, it won't bother you. There's going to be, here's what's so strange about y'all in the next 3 months. There's going to be some sudden things that end, but it's not as depressing as it seems. Whatever ends, reason I'm saying this because you have the Tower and the Temperance. This is for everybody in the room and everybody that watches it afterward. This is collective. You have the Tower, anything that the universe throws your way, any endings, any sudden things that go to the wayside, it won't bother you because you're going to be, it's like the universe is coming in to clear everything you don't need. And guess what comes towards you is the Ace of Pentacles as a result, like this new shit coming in. Some of you got, look at you coming towards you, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, new everything. The collective is picking up on everybody in this room that needs to put all that past residual bullshit to the side. But I think that these things that are ending in your life won't affect you like you think that. Like, I feel like it's needed to be. It's needed to be. You need to rid this out of your life. I don't even think it'll be that big of a impact to your life like you may think. Like, because the new stuff coming in will make you totally forget about this, whatever this is. All right. I'm seeing some of you just get out of situations that don't serve you. And guess what's coming toward you? New love and new money. Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. New love, new money, new jobs, prosperity, abundance. And these things that are ending, like I said, it won't bother you. Somebody it's a relationship ending or a connection ending, it won't bother you because the new stuff it's worth this stuff ending because the new stuff is great. New people coming in, new jobs, new career, look, it's all coming toward you, not all upright stuff. Knight of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, new love, new money, new everything. And your outcome's a 10 of Cups. So it leads you to what you need to be led to, folks. The Tower's the universe card. So these things that you think that are tragic or leaving your life, it's needed to be left. But like I see you handling it well in your overall energy is a 9 of Swords reverse. So it won't bother you as much as it, and even if it does bother you, you'll get over it quick, whatever it is. Some people want to end a job that leads you to a better job as well. Some it's a relationship that you leave that leads you to a better one as well. Some of you it's a connection you're dealing with, whether it's not a relationship or not, that ends, but it leads you to where you need to go. All right. 10 of Cups is your most likely outcome. And so, all right. So thanks. Okay. Sorry. 1 second. I see. Thanks for the 5, Bobby Bennett. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So with that being said, you all have a good one and I'll talk to you later.